Okay, we're going to try something a bit different this week. Hello, everyone. Welcome into round 12 at Australia. We're still waiting for one driver, I believe. I don't know which driver we're waiting for, but we're waiting for one driver. As you can see in front of you, the standings for Tier 2. So Battlecat with a substantial lead over Dark End, 77 points to his name. So Battlecat, I don't believe is racing today, so that gap is going to come down a bit. I don't know if Dark End's racing. Yes, so Dark End is racing, so Dark End's going to close that gap to Battlecat. So fight for championship is truly on for the end of the season. Fry currently leading Tier 2 Constructors as well by 34 points to Haas. Blurs is not present today, so Gugar is in the half seat of Blurs with Scotty. They're going to be able to trying to capitalize off Battlecat not being here as Tetris or King Dogger is filling in Battlecat's seat. I'm losing my words here. We are currently waiting for an Alpine driver to join the lobby. All my stuff's just stopped working. Why can... Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh yeah, there we go. I can see my Discord stuff now. Anyway, a lot of championship fights going on in the driver standings. Battlecat substantial lead. No, he doesn't really have to worry about this, but there's a battle for P2 in the championship between Blur, Scotty, and Darken for that P2 spot. Also, don't forget about Leather P. He's only 1 point behind Scotty, so all four of those drivers are about 11 points apart. That's a battle we're going to be looking at. I don't know if Leather P's racing. So Scotty's racing, but Blurs isn't. Leather P's racing, so Blurs is going to lose out a couple points. This race to those two. I'll just run you through the full-time drivers that are currently racing, or I'll run you through the reserve lineup. Actually, no, I'll do the full times. So the full times. So we got both Red Bulls of Jack and eBay Boy in their seats from Red Bull. We got Vettel in the Mercedes, Tetris in the Ferrari. We got Jono in the McLaren, Ghost Rider in Aston, the Carly in the Alpine, Letter P in the Williams, and Darken and Grandson Nips in the RB with Scotty in the Haas. Now, the people I didn't name was Battlecat, Hado, Piastri Goat, Merce, Blurs, Little Sheldon, Ludo, and Effimon. They're all not present today, so they're all being taken by reserves. So most of I think we got about 9 reserves. We got 8. 8 and 2. Yeah, about 8. Yeah, so we got about 8 reserves. So this race is going to be an interesting one for points. Mainly because, most people are taking this race off because of grand final weekend for AFL. Inters will be a belly if we had no Ferraris finishing today. That would be quite funny. I don't think that Battlecat will be quite happy with that if that happened. But on to the race lobby. Okay, so we got rain. Actually, I should look at the weather because I have access to that now. So start qualifying, we'll start with rain, and then we'll go into dry. I don't know when it dries up, and then our race is full dry running. Alright. As we wait for the drivers to exit their pit lane, we're just gonna look at some tire delta or tire graphs, as you will. As you can see, we got the hardest. I think that's the hardest. No, that's the softest side. My bad. The C3, C4, and the C5 of the tires around Australia. And that rear left is going to be absolutely miserable this race. I'm not sure if how far hards go. I'm not quite certain. I believe one of the drivers in Tier 1 took it from, I think, the first safety car to the end of the race, which I don't know who it was, but that I believe they finished around P6. I'm not quite certain. We'll see though. Anyway, we got about, I think it's 27 laps or 29. I am not really that certain how many laps we have. Anyway, let's jump to Go. How do you say this name? Gogo. I'm gonna call him Gogo. First driver out on track, followed by McLaren of Jetman, who's reserving. So both, I believe, all the cars at the moment are reserve drivers out on track. Gogo sliding through that final corner in the wet, trying to get all that pace into the straight. Right on board with the Haas going through turn 2 on the exit. Doesn't use the exit curb at all. Let's just see how tricky these interconditions are for the drivers. You can hear the car, like him go locking those tires to try to get the car slow down. As we go through turn 4. No, that's turn 5 now. This is turn 6. Goes past sector 1. He is the first car on track. Touches curb. Goes a bit wide and has invalidated that lap. We'll jump to Jetman. That is not what I wanted. Jetman's got the next car across the line. Let me know if the game is too loud, if I need to turn it down. Jetman's really fighting with that car just to keep it under control. Was purple sector 2 as the Haas of Gogo invalidated their lap. Coming to almost complete stop at turn 11, going for turn 12 now. Onto the grass in the braking zone for 13, and now into 14. I believe this is 13-14. I have to look at a track map. I have forgotten the corner numbers. Up to the line, using auto overtake, 28.8 for Jetman. And I believe we have a Merc of a drop there. Across the line now, 28.3 for the fastest. Now, Aston is starting their lap. I believe that's letter P coming. No, that's not letter P. Who is it? So Alpina Carly goes second fastest. Tetris, no, it was King Dogger. Across the line goes 4 fast for 37, so that's not represented. He might be going again. Letter P to the line, 27-1. Tetris starting their lap. We got a Mercedes of Vettel across the line. Goes third, fast 28.7. Grandson this 27.9. Dark End goes quickest of 26.8. We'll jump to Scotty. He goes 29.5. He might be starting another lap. Might have had a mistake. Yuki Bear goes 26.5, and that Salva puts on pole by 3/10. Weiss is coming around the final corner, but he's starting his lap with a little bit of a twitch on the exit. We'll jump to Arx. He's invalidated. He's also going off track at turn 11. I believe that's turn 11. I have to check a track map. We'll jump to Gogo. He's actually invalidated again, so we'll jump down to Ghost Rider because he'll be the next car to set a lap. I want to see if Jetman is... No, Jetman's coming into the pit lane, so he's had enough of it. Yes, Devastator, wet qualifying. I believe it's the starter qualifying's wet and then it dries up, if I'm correct. 28.7 for Ghost Rider goes P7. We got a Ferrari of, no, that's King Dogger crossing the line, 28.5. Goes P6. I think it's snowing. I believe it is snowing. I would love to see snow in an F1 game. That would be actually hilarious. Tetris crossed the line with 29.9. Keeps it into the 29s, almost to the 30. We got a pass coming across the line. That was Scotty. He did a 27.6. Tyrone needs an invite, so yes, I did to get that. Okay. Oh, never mind. Thank fuck. They have actually fixed that. Now we're going searching, boys. Into the offline list we go. What's my what? I don't know the button to like go to my next page. I don't know the button to go to my next page. Well, this is awkward. Give me a second. Go in the Haas 26.1. We'll let the friends list update, and then we'll look again. There we go. There you go, Tyrone. There's the invite. Vettel in the Mercedes just crossed the line 26.0, so we're getting into the 25s. I think it stopped raining. It has stopped raining. So the drivers will be soon going on to the dry tires. Some have already selected in the pits. Most drivers you see who haven't bothered going out have decided to just stay in the pit lane because there's no point. It's wet. It's going to dry up. No point getting used to the wet. I was very on the line on his outlap. Taking that all the way to the exit code. We jump on board Jono, but I believe Jacko will be the first one to cross the line in front of him. So we're on board with Jacko at the moment. Yes. I believe I gave Tyrone the invite. I don't know if he's in the lobby, though. Someone has to confirm if he actually joined, because I did not see. I saw King Dogger leave, so Dogger needs an invite from someone, as Jacko has line 25.0 on those intermediate tyres. But everyone will be going a lot faster. Jono through the final corner. Let's see what he's able to do on his lap. To the line, he's going to use all the overtake he has available to him. Goes P2 at 25.6. We'll jump to Arcs as DRS is enabled, so Arcs is getting a bit more straight line speed with that DRS. He's got purple sector 2, 48.0. We'll expect that to be expect that to go down. Yeah, you've been invited. Nice. As Arcs goes through the final sector, the last two corners of, I believe this is turn 13 and 14. As Carly crosses the line, 24.0, so 1 second quicker than what Jacko has done. At 23.4 for Arcs, 6/10 faster than Carly, but that's also assisted by DRS that lap, as everyone has come out of the pit lane. Everyone wanting to get their at least 2 runs on the soft tie-in, so people that have done their interlaps now might not have the time to get back to pit lane to do more laps. We jumped a drop there because it'll be the first one to start a lap on that inter tire. Then we got, I believe that's Jetman behind for the final corner. We're still on board with drop there as he goes around the circuit. Locking up the rear tires slightly. Drop there does, as you can hear the throttle modulation through turn 4. Now through turn 5, track is still good, so you can see them sliding while on full power. Downshift for 6, get her turned and nicely hit the curb. Don't invalidate now to run as close to the line on the wall. He's decided not to do that. DRS active all the way down to turn 9 and 10, which is basically flat in qualifying. Don't really need a lift, but drop there decides none against it. He lifts. Track is still wet, so it's a good call. As I think Jetman has pitted, so he will not be. It's Alpine behind. That's going to be next across the line after drop there. A lot of curb taking out turn 11 through turn 12. Curb on inside touch. Don't really want to do that during the race because that will spin you through turn 13 into turn 14. Drop Bear very hesitant on his steering. To the line, was he able to do? 19.9, we're into the 20s now for qualifying. As actually Tyrone is on the outlap, so he won't be next across the line. I believe it's a Vice next across the line, 5 seconds up on his time, so we're looking at a 23 at the moment, but that was at sector 2. He could have found more time. Was he do? 18.9 goes fastest overall, 1 second clear of Drop there, who has put a time down for everyone to chase. Everyone's chasing Vice. What the hell just disconnected from my computer? As letter P through the final corner to the line, was he able to do? 17.4, goes even quicker than Vice as the Yuki Bear behind, goes into the 16s, he goes even quicker. We got Jetman behind to the line, what is out, goes third fastest. We got RB, Dark in Shadow, he goes quickest overall. We got Gogor, 4 fastest. We're gonna have Scotty across the line, goes 4 fastest, pushes his teammate down. Tetris just starting a lap, I believe Jacko is also starting a lap. Darkin, he's starting a lap. This is when one person in commentary gets confusing because I don't know who's on a lap and who's not. I believe Tyrone is coming through the final corner. Let's see what he's able to do. Tyrone to 6 faster, 18.1 for the Alpine driver. We've got a Vice, that was Chris Line. 4 was a Ghost Rider for a second. He goes 7 faster for 18.2, so he's improved his time. eBay Boys and cross the line. We go. King Dodger has restarted his lap. Carly has started his lap. Letter P into the pits. Vettel Steiner's lap. Darken to the pits. I believe it's Tetris. No, Tetris, he's hitting. Jacob will be next across the line. Let's see what he's able to do. He goes to a 17.0, only 6:10 solid and Darken's Shadow, so Darken putting down a decent time for everyone to chase. I believe we had an Aston Martin cross the line. That was Ghost Rider. He won 17.5 on his lap. We're gonna have Carl. No, Carly's invalidated. Tyrone? No, Tyrone's into pit lane. So is the Aston behind it. It'll be eBay Boy to the line. eBay Boy to the line, was he able to do 17.4, 4:10 slower than his teammate, but he's in the top 5, only 4 thousandths off Letters P's time, so I'm not sure if eBay Boy will be able to get into the pit and get a new set of tyres on. I think that might be eBoy V's lap or session over. Carly restarting their lap. as they go through turn 1 and 2. One of the Mercedes just started, or did they finish? No, Vettel just finished. He did a 16.7. So he's always 3/10 off Darken's time. So Darken's time is pretty good at the moment. No one's able to match his time, so Darken's doing good for himself. As I believe Toys is giving Letter P a toe, or Letter P gave Toys a toe. I'm not sure. But Toys is on the lap now. Yuki Bear's on the out lap. Okay, so Carly will be the next one. I'm going to turn off tires for now, because we don't need tires. On board Carly through the final 2 corners of the circuit of Albert Park. Was he able to do? Using all the battery to the line, he's flashing, so he's got less energy in the storage, goes to 16.8 and puts it into 3rd place. As Vettel, I believe he's gone again. As E-Boy Bay, he's also gone again. So I think I'll start from the Sauber. We'll stay on board with the Sauber of Yuki. He's gone pole sector 1. He's actually invalidated on the exit of turn 6. That's actually a very easy corner door. We'll jump on board with Vettel now, as he's the second driver to go across the line. Then who's behind him? eBay Boy's behind Vettel, and then we got a 3-car train behind him, but I don't know. That Aston's on the outlap, so what is that? Vettel invalidated, so we'll jump to eBay Boy. So it'll be, I believe, Toys on the lap. As eBay Boy through the final corner. What is he able to do? All the energy to the line, goes second fastest overall. We'll jump on board with Toys, but he's got an Alpine ahead. That'll be Carl. No, it's not Carly. Toys into the pit lane. Looks like some people have missed out on their final laps. Jacko to the line. Was he able to do? Stays 6th fastest. McLaren Jetman goes 7th fastest. We've got Tetris, he goes 8th fastest. Letter P's invalidated, so he's not moving. Scotty, or not Scotty. Gregor has gone 2nd fastest. Only 8 milliseconds slower than Dark and Shadow. With jumping forward with Scotty as he comes through the final corner. Let's see what he's able to do. Use all the battery available to the line. What is he able to do? Goes 6th fastest. And then we got both. We got Darken playing the team game in qualifying, giving his teammate a toe down the straight. His teammate Granson next goes 3rd fastest. King Doja, as I try to get him, goes 12th fastest. Jump on board with Vice, who's currently on a lap. I believe Vettel and eBay Boy are not on the lap, so Vice is the last one to complete a lap. To the line, here comes Vice. What's he able to do? He goes 9/10 quicker, jumps up to P13 with 17.3. So he split that Ferrari, so Ferraris are not starting near each other, they're starting with 1 car apart. And I believe that is everyone as eBay Boy enters pit lane, so yes, as Yusuf points out, so close to a 1-2 between RB, only about 1.5 tenths between Grandson Nitz and the house of Gogor. Gogor almost snatching pole from Darken, only a few milliseconds in it. So, Grandson, or Darken Shadow, is your pole sitter. Once again. Yeah, it takes out both rows, gets 3 subs and settings. That would be amazing. As we go through the order, Dark and Shaz will start P1, Gogo second, Grandson next, eBay Boy Vettel, Jono, Scotty, Carly, Yuki, and Jacko will be your top 10, and then there's Jetman, King Dogger, Vice, Tetris, Toys, Lil P, Ghost Rider, Drop, Bear, Tyrone, and Arx. Arx said in chat he's doing the same thing he did yesterday, and let's see if that becomes true. Apparently yesterday he did a last to fourth in his league race, so we'll see if that becomes reality. Battlecat stressing right now. I believe Darkend is 77 points behind Battlecat, so Battlecat is losing a lot of points if Darkend wins. As we can see, a full drive for the race, so tire strategy around here usually a medium hard medium. Medium hard probably the more favourable choice because you can get early safety cars and it's just a better choice to be on at the start of the race because early safety you can go hards to the end basically. Because the hards don't wear for some reason in this game. Who knows why. But yeah. Medium probably going to be the compound of choice for these drivers. We'll see if we get anything else as we're waiting for all the drivers to select their strategy and ready up as we got some we got the 2 people in above the Red Bull garage just fist bumping, and the one above the Mercedes is not even looking at the track and he's fist bumping there. It's quite interesting as we got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Let's see what happens on the start. Pedal to the metal, let's go, go, go. Both RBs getting a good start. Go, get a terrible start. It looks like Ransom Nick's going to be on the outside of turn 1 on that RB. He gets the move done. Little bit of contact between the 2 drivers. And it's a RB1-2 for now. Jono making up a position on Vettel. He's going to try and make a position up on eBay Boy as well as the Haas goes down inside of Ransom Nick. Still side by side, coming up to turn 4, and then, oh no, that's turn 5, and then it's turn 6 up ahead. One of the throws at the back going a bit sideways and spinning, and that's King Dogger. As it looks like we'll set in stone for now as Jono says otherwise. He's going around the outside of eBay Boy down the back straight. Going to have that move done before turn 9 and 10 so they all can turn on their recharge as the Haas of Gogor try and go down the inside at turn 9, which is actually, that's a very interesting spot to do it. As here we goes Jono. Oh, he looked at it. Vettel down the inside of the eBay Boy in the Red Bull. Still on his inside. Looks like eBay Boy is able to fend that off quite well as Letter P overtakes Jacko at the back. Jacko on the hard tyre as I just turned off that by accident. Let's turn on the tyres. Odds we got Toys out already of the session. He's retired in the pit lane, so Toys has already given up. So we got hard tyres for 4 of the drivers on the track. It looks like Red Bull splitting their strategy with both their drivers. Aston both on the same strategy as Dark and Shadow is trying to extend that gap from his teammate. Not probably the smartest move. Probably want to keep your teammate in DRS because he's got Angry Haas behind him that lost the lead. P2 on the line. I don't know what's happened to the game, but it says Grandson Nips is a minute 20 ahead. Don't worry about that. It looks like Jacko's becoming the bottleneck for these drivers. He's only 1 second out of that DRS range, but might be able to catch as the drivers ahead do continue to fight and checkups do continue to happen, especially into these final 2 corners. I don't believe he got it this time around. It doesn't look like he did as Grandson Next goes, Grandson Next goes fastest. 19.1 is the fastest lap now as both RBs almost out of a second of P3 already. So Gogo is struggling to keep up. As yeah, there's the 1 second. So Gogo is dancing on that 1 second mark, and it looks like he might not have it for this back straight. As Yuki is getting absolutely bullied by eBay Boy and Vettel. It's Jono on the hard tyre. Excellent start by the McLaren driver up to P4. Almost made a move on Gogo for P3. Didn't quite work out for him. But both RBs, both out in front, 1 second already. Now is the time to utilize the DRS switching strat. And now all that RB hopes for at this point is a no safety car to happen. If a safety car happens, that's gonna be misery for Grandson Nips because of that double stack. And Sauber of Arcs makes up in the P14. Star Loss is already up to P14 on lap 4. 1.6 seconds off Tyrone though in front of him. As Haas of Gogo has made a massive mistake at turn 4. Dropped all the way to P10. So that gap has now opened up more for the RB drivers. eBay Boy down inside of Jono. Gets that move done. Gonna have to make that move very soon because of that hard tie. Here comes Jono though. Looks like he has more show on speed. Doesn't bother trying to get fighter. Vettel not able to make the move on him even though he has DRS on the McLaren. Let's jump to the mid-pack of Letter P and Jacko. What is happening down here? So Arx was about 1.6 seconds off P13. That gap is extending at the moment. Now it's up to 2 seconds. Carly makes a move on Gogor. So Gogor is having a miserable time down the inside. Lot of curve, almost spins out Carly. Was that wing? As Jetman looks like he went sideways a bit at the back. So they're now out of DRS. Points all the way down to 15th for Inters, so Tetris and Arx currently the last two drivers to score points as Arx going around the outside of Tetris, making that move stick. Gogor and Carly, contact between the two. Carly's in the wall. Gonna have to rejoin safely. Yeah, stays on the gravel, rejoins safely, doesn't get on the curb where that racing line is. No safety car was called for that incident, but Carly's going to have to come in and get that wing repaired. Grand Sub Nix and Dark and Shadows just switching places between the two. Jono able to close that gap a little bit. Yeah, Jono closed that gap by about 2/10 that lap. It looks like the cars are getting around about might be faster. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I will just keep it on Tyrone for now. Okay, I am back. I just had to take a drink of water. and I had to turn my light on. Okay, so Jacko, I think, had a moment with Scotty from what I could tell. eBay Boy and Jono switched places on the back straight. They did close a gap to like 1.4, but then the gap went back out to 1.8. Something must have happened, a little mistake maybe, as Johnny gets overtaken by Yuki. So Yuki's now up in the P4 for Sauber. Gonna play DRS with eBay Boy, as here comes the move from Yuki. Wonder if Jono's gonna try following through. Jono's following him through. Jono's making a move into turn 9, tried to make the move, goes a bit wide. That was a very risky overtake by Jono when you're just trying to catch the front two. I don't believe we've had any moves. Tyrone's out of DRS, so Tyrone looks like he's made a mistake. Excuse me. Yeah, Tyrone looks like he's made a mistake in P10, so he's dropped off about 3.5 seconds to Scotty. Art's up in the P12, so he's been making moves. He's currently 12th in that train for P10. 1.5 second gap between Yuki and Grand Nip, so that time is coming down. 1.1 now, so that Yuki almost within the DRS, doesn't quite get the DRS though. But it was close. It got close as letter P. eBay Boys had a mistake, I think, or letter P's just burned all of his battery, but now eBay Boys out of DRS of Jono. Not sure what happened. Last 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That's the second penalty as he makes the move on Gregor, as Arx goes down the inside of Tyrone, makes that move stick. Now he has to catch 4.6 seconds to the car ahead, as Tetris gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings as well. As eBay Boy still leading this train in front of letter P. Currently still have DRS on the two drives ahead. Yuki is really close to getting that DRS on Grand next. 1.2 seconds is the gap, down to 1.1. 1 second. Under 1 second. It looks like he might have it. It looks like Grandson this is trying to push his teammate along to tell him to hurry up as Yuki goes way wide. That's a big snap of oversteer. 3-second pen for the Sauber. He also got a penalty for that, but that did give him DRS. Grandson this 3-second penalty. That is in the lead as well, so that is going to come a huge part of this race, and who's going to be winning as Ghost Rider went down inside of King Dodger on the straight, as Yuki is now within DRS of Dark End, as these drivers actually dropped the drivers behind, so letter P is now 1.5 off. Jack has actually made the move on eBay. Oh god, I got hiccups. So he made a move on eBay Boy for P6. So it looks like the hard tie is becoming the faster tie. Grandson Nets did relinquish the P1 to his teammate who doesn't have a penalty. King Dogger 10-second penalty for speed in pit lane. And Tyrone a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. So that 10 seconds is just going to hurt King Dogger unless there's a safety car where he's able to get rid of it. I did not mean to do that. That's the wrong button. There's Yuki all over the back of Ransom Nibs. He might actually make the move as here comes Yuki Is he gonna try it? No, he stays behind. He knows they both have a pen. He doesn't want to get into a collision. 1.8 seconds. The gap now to letter P. Let's see what the Williams does. No one in this midfield is pitting to cover off the drives that are pitted, as Jetman down inside of Drop Bear, who is struggling at the back, as Tetris is now into the pit lane for a new set of tires. As Yuki down inside of Dark and Shadow, wheel to wheel racing, little bit of contact. Jono having to say evasive action to that. Oh, I thought it was Darkhead that got the penalty. It was actually Grandson Nips that got the penalty. My bad. As Jono down around the outside of Dark and Shadow. A bit of contact. Oh, that doesn't look great. Jono looks like he was weaving as Vice is out of the race. Safety car deployed for these drivers. And now this is going to hurt any driver that is close to their teammate. Vice is out of this race. Let's see why he's crashed. So that's interesting. He looks like he's lost on the curb, and his car has rebounded to the racing line. That's why we've been given a safety car. And yeah, Jono and Darkhand and Darkhand trying to make that a little bit of gap, so it's not held up as much. Everyone getting a little bit of Constantino effect into the pit lane. Pit lane very busy at the moment. So Darkan, who double stacked with his teammate, he's down into 8th place. eBay Boy, who also double stacked with his teammate, is down into 9th. I believe Arx had 2 double stacks, so he's down into 10th. I don't think it was a long double stack. It might have been a few seconds. While safety car's out, what I'll do is the engine noise is actually kind of hurting my ears, so I'm gonna turn that down by 1. Whoever Gogo is, don't let him race. What has Gogo done? Let's have a let's bring chat involved into the race. Any questions about the race, feel free to ask. It's gonna be an Ask Pepsi moment. Not much is happening except people on mediums. Jono, Jacko on the medium tire, so they're gonna try to get in front early on. Jono is gonna have an excellent start, I believe, on this restart. Yuki, Grandson Nips, both 3-second pens in 1st and 3rd, so this is gonna hurt them if they can't make the gap, because now it's 1 lap to get that gap out. Coke or Pepsi? If I have the choice, I will drink Pepsi. If I have no choice and there's only one thing, then I'm screwed. I grabbed that. No. When did Go-Go ruin people's races? I didn't see it. I have no idea, but apparently it's happened. I know he hit Carly at one point. I know he's hit a few drivers. He ruined Carly's race, I believe it was lap 3, lap 4. He hit Carly out of turn 9. That's all I've seen. That he's done. We'll set on board with Jono on the restart. What we'll do is we'll turn off the leaderboard for now. It's just so we can see the full restart in all its glory. Let's see when Yuki decides to start medium versus hard, hard versus medium into turn 1. Looks like Yuki's gone now. Jono's been caught a bit napping. He's on the overtake button already. Looks like Yuki got the jump on Jono. Grand Slam next all over the rear of Jono. Jacko up there as well. Going a bit wide. A little bit of a lock-up at the back by some of the drivers into turn 1. Looks like, I believe it looks like Ark's got caught out a bit. Bit of a gap between. Oh boy, Tyrone and Go-Go, what is happening? Oh! That's the Ferrari into the wall! Onto the back straight. Jono looking for every opportunity he has. It's still a safety car, but there's the biggest glitch I've known to man. Jono trying to make the move stick. As Dark and Shadow, what is happening? As one of the Mercedes is off, that's Vettel. I don't know what's happened to Vettel. I think he outbroke himself massively into turn 11. Down the pit straight. Fast lap set by Yuki Bear, 18.9. He was the first one to cross the line after the restart, so it kind of makes sense. As you can see, all the drivers using that outside curb as much as they can. Jono falling off to Yuki quite a bit, 6/10 the gap. There's a bit of a snap of oversteer from both him and Grand Slam Nips out of turn 6. Jacko just in the back trying to conserve his tyres, just watching this unfold. As yeah, that gap, 7/10 can easily be closed to about 3. Is he able to get close enough? Doesn't look like Grand Slam Nip, or not Grand Slam, Jono's able to go close. Grand Slam Nip was all up the rear of Jono into that braking zone. So it does raise a question if Jono does have more straight line speed on his car. As letter P dropped Scotty, and now Darken is trying to catch this gap up to the lead cars, but he can't. Scotty 1.4 seconds to letter P. Has eBay Boy all over the rear, but let's see if eBay Boy is going to make a move. He's on the overtake button all the way into that black board. Hitting the brakes, down the inside, gets the move done nice and easy. Scotty doesn't want to fight it. Scotty's still up eBay Boy's rear, so Scotty's now going to have the DRS onto this back straight, so eBay Boy is going to be a bit of a sitting duck to the drivers behind, as a 3-second penalty to Vettel for multiple warnings. Jacko making a move on Grand Slam Nips in the RB. So that's the medium versus hard grip advantage, as eBay Boy down to P8 as Ark just past. Here comes Scotty around the outside. Here goes Go-Go. Almost thought about making it 3 wide. I'm glad he didn't make it 3 wide. Scotty goes a bit wide. Doesn't really matter, as they're able to negate any time loss. onto lap 18. Arx is leading this train from Scotty to eBay Boy, as Arx a 3-second penalty to his name now, so at the moment that's got to drop him really far down the order, as there's a lot of drivers in this train that are very close together. Scotty down the inside of Arx now, as this is going to allow eBay Boy to go around the outside. It actually works perfectly for the Red Bull driver. Grand Sub nips another 3-second penalty. That's Grand Sub up to 6 seconds of penalties. He's actually brought his teammate into DRS contention, as Tyrone got a penalty. I'm not sure. I think Ghost Rider also got a penalty as well. So let's see, Jono, is he able to get any closer? It doesn't look like Gogo's able to get close enough to make a move, as Jetman and Gogo side by side. Same with Scotty and Arx just in front. Looks like Vettel's trying to make the move as well. Forces Jetman off. He actually loses a place to Ghost Rider at the same time. Ghost Rider's a little bit of a snap on the rear as well. And we'll jump back to the front, as it's a 4-car fight for the race win. 6-car fight on track for just an on-track win. Not sure if you can get a warning removed. We'll see at the end of the race when reports come in. Usually when you're racing, you don't want to sit behind someone on penalties, because you might think they get a warning removed. So that's why you see most drivers, especially in Tier 1, just still fighting with a penalty. Looks like Johnny's just taking a chill pill at the moment. Looks like he's actually trying to conserve those medium tyres so they can go longer. Mediums can go from lap 8 onwards to the end of the race, so the lap 10, I believe it was lap 10. Lap 11 safety car was a perfect time for the medium tyre compound to be used, because it can go to the end of the race, as eBay Boy gets overtaken by Vettel, as eBay Boy actually goes around the outside at turn 12, as Scotty oh no, that's not Scotty, that's Gogo trying to go down the inside of Vettel at turn 13. As about the gap 6/10 or 7/10 to Yuki, as Jacko trying to make the move on Jono. Can't get past because of that straight line speed that the McLaren possesses. Might have a few words from the TP saying the setup's not fair. As Jono almost was out of a second. He looks like he's out of second now. Jacko gonna try to go around the outside. Can't quite get it done. Gets it done now. Purple sector 2 for the Red Bull drivers. See, sector yellow flag sector 2 for Carly, who's actually had a moment. Looks like their car's fine, so it looks like it was only a spin, as Jacko's now up into P2, so Jono's fallen down. You definitely didn't give Jono a straight line setup. It's illegal. Looks like Carly's had an issue. He's actually missing his old wing again. That's actually quite far down from turn 10. So I'm not sure what happened. Gap to P6 from Arx is now 8 seconds, but Arx also holding a 3-second pen. As eBay Boy on those hards, trying to make every use, as Dark End and Jono going side by side through turn 4, as I believe that's letter P trying to go down. Oh no, that's Grandson Ned's trying to go down inside of letter P at turn 5. That's brave, as Jacko's actually lost out DRS to Yuki, so it looks like the medium tire is starting to drop a bit of pace to the hards. As Dark End, not Dark End, Ghost Rider again overtaken by King Dogger, Jackman and Tyrone, so it looks like he had a bit of a mishap, as eBay Boy again passed by Arx and letter P side by side with Dark End Shadow at turn 12, still side by side turn 13. Still side by side. Oh, bit of contact between the drivers. In my opinion, that looks fine. It doesn't look that bad as Grand Slam Nick's trying to make the move as well into turn 1, late braking. Trying to hang around outside. Letter P pushes him off track, so that might be looked at. This is when hard tires start. Yeah, you can really see Yuki Bear is now just pulling away with those hard tires. Jacko now has to keep the gap in between 3 seconds if he wants this race win. Currently the gap 2 seconds. You're gonna hope that Jono makes the move here because Jono has a lot of straight line speed on him. As Dark and Shadows right behind the McLaren as he's dropped that gap to 2 seconds from 7, or 2 tenths from 7 tenths. Bit of sideways action out of turn 10. Dark and Shadow down the inside, goes sideways. That allows Letter P to go by and his teammate Grandson Nips to go by, so Dark and a bit of a mistake. Drops all the way to P6 as Jono was losing a spot to Grandson Nips. Letter P's up into P3 now. As eBay Boy looks like he's made the move on Arcs in for P7. Safety car would be nice right now. I agree. As Yuki is going to get that 3-second mark out. So currently Yuki does have this win in the bag. As Draco is just trying to hold on to P2 from Letter P now. We'll jump down to this midfield pack as Arcs all over the back of eBay Boy. As eBay Boy is pulled off to the right. Basically telling Arcs to go through with that DRS. He's not going to fight it. Yuki is tier 1 pace on God. I don't think so. As Carly 3-second penalty on those soft tires. As Letter P makes the move on Jacko for P2. As Jacko drops to P3. Now he's going to hope Letter P can close that gap as Grandson Nips. That was a risky move on the inside. As Vettel gets a 3-second penalty as Grandson Nips pushing Jacko all the way to the outside. Let me cope. I don't know if he'd tier 1 pace because behind fighting now been on better shot. Yes, as we got Jetman, he's in the wall. He's actually facing the wall. Oh. Dev's there, just seen that. That actually hurts me. Just slammed straight into a wall. This happened in tier 1 last week too. Yeah, fair enough. I think... Oh, he's gone off again. I'm surprised this hasn't caused a safety car. Considering he's got no wing, I'm surprised this hasn't caused a safety car. Anyway, Gogo making a move on King Doggo. Oh, yeah, that got a bit sketchy for a second. Dark End Shadows and Grand Somnus just switching places between the two to catch the letter P up. The letter P, he's actually catching Yuki there at the moment on those hard tires, so 1 second is all you need to catch in these last couple of laps on Yuki Bear to secure a win. All you need to do. As a Jetman into the pit to get a new wing and a soft compound tyre. He's going to end up just behind the leader on pit exit. He's actually just slowing down in the pit lane to let all the top 6 go by, and then he's going to come out. So that's actually pretty smart from a Jetman. UK Bear makes one mistake and it's over. Yes. Somehow Yuki has pulled out 4 tenths on letter P. In the first 3 corners somehow, so I don't know how. I don't know where. If P and Shaz were Yuki, they would be battling hard. They would indeed be battling hard, but because I feel like letter P and Shadow's ties are more shot than Yuki's because they've been having a fight. As Jono's actually made a mistake coming out of 10. Keeps it out of the wall, so his teammate's just gone back past him. This has actually allowed Arx to almost get within DRS range. He made a small mistake on the exit of turn 11. Get Yuki Tsunoda in tier 1. The thing that between tier 2 tier 1 is it's not more the pace difference, it's more of the racecraft difference. Some drivers in tier 1 are like near tier, or top of tier 2 is like near tier 1 pace, but tier 1's just got better racecraft in my opinion. I think that's what separates tier 1 from tier 2 is the racecraft. It's not really the pace, it's more the racecraft. The gap hasn't increased between P and Yuki is settling. The gap between letter P and Yuki has been about 4 seconds to 4.2. It's not really going above that because letter P is better, I believe. Yeah, he's better in the high speed. I think Yuki's better in slow speed. If tier 1 race car's so good, how do I have to deal 4-8 reports every week? Because tier 1 racecraft, because we're so close, we're pushing each other basically to the line. We're using the whole track and that causes problems. If you watch what that was eBay boy down inside of Arx, they actually locked wheels, so that became interesting as Jono tried to go down inside of Arx at 5. If you look at tier 1 race pace and why we have so many reports, it's actually quite simple in my opinion. It's because we if you watch any esport race and how far they push each other with how much room they give, that is basically what we're doing in tier 1, but with just not as much speed as them. Kind of, if you get what I mean. As Jono again overtaken by Scotty into turn 12. Now that's enough about tier 1, I've done enough. We'll do a pen update. That's the wrong one. We got 3 seconds for the leader, 9 seconds for Grandson Nips, and 3 seconds for Arts, 6 seconds for Vettel, Tyrone, and Ghost Rider. King Dogger has 3 seconds, Tetris 3 seconds, Carly's in the wall. Oh, that's the leader! Oh, that's a reset the track as well! Jetman's out of the race. Surely this is a safety car. How is this not a safety car? Where not? Yuki's off track because he can't turn the car. What the hell has just happened? It's lap 28. I didn't even know it was lap 28. There's no way. And that comes to my point. A T1 driver would have been able to avoid that. Oh. There's no way that happened. No way. Go 3-second penalty. That's at the back. He might lose a place out to Jono. Jono spun like before that turn 5 incident, and I think that saved Jono. Jono might have DNF because Yuki reset the track, and if you saw all the 4 drivers at the front, it looked like they all had a scare. It looked like they all just got the life scared out of them. That was sick. As Letter P through the final corner. He's gonna weave in celebration, but Letter P takes the win for Williams. Red Bull or RB will finish second, third by Grandson. This will drop to P4 as Jacko picks up P3. eBay Boy coming in P5. Scotty will finish P6. You have Vettel P7. Tyrone, a tier 3 reserve, finishes P8. Vettel's actually dropped to P10. Gogol has finished P9 after qualifying second. Art's actually put it up to P7. But we'll go through the results at the end of the race. But this is your winning driver. Letter P has won the Australian GP for Williams after what happened to Yuki at turn 5. That's just unfortunate. Yuki, you can't call out the Alpine for doing that because the guy hit the wall and spun, so it's not really his fault. He did the right thing on not moving. Was a letter P. What? Who finished second? Darkened. And Jacko. We'll wait for these drivers to join the lobby, but Letter P will take the win after that unfortunate mishap to Yuki that happened to him. So Letter P inherits that race when Darkin finishes second. Jacko inherits third after grandson misses. Penalties were applied to him, which dropped into fourth. eBay Boy fifth. Scotty, Arts, Tyrone, Gogol, and Vettel are your top 10, but then there's still 5 more point scorers as King Dogger, Ghostfire, Jono, Tetris, and Drop Bear all getting points. Jono actually, I don't know what happened to Jono. He was on for the win, and I believe once his tires died, he just lost pace. We'll just wait for drivers to join the comms box to start interviews. I believe I did tag the right drivers. I'm not quite certain. I believe, yeah, I did tag Darkend. Okay. We'll just wait for Darkend to join, and then we'll get started. Just going to deafen. Let's go through the tier. Next, I had to arc on the racing line because apparently that's okay to do. If you're going to do that on purpose, don't even bother racing. That's not a good thing to see in this league. If you're just gonna park on the racing line because someone did on purpose, because someone had a fucking mistake and did it by accident this week, don't even bother racing. Well, I'm not sure if Darkin's gonna join, but we could get started with our P3 sitter, Jacko. Congratulations on P3, mate. Solid race from you. How did it feel in the car?
I felt all right. I was unfortunate, as was the McLaren of Jono, for the fact that the safety car came out at a bad time for our strategy, being on the hards at the start. But otherwise, it could have gone worse as a result of that. Thankfully, there was no one immediately behind me at the end that could benefit from the mediums that were awful in those last few laps. And I was able to benefit from the penalty in front. So I'll take a P3. Again, could have been much worse. There was a chance that we could have fought for something higher if the safety car was better timed, but these things happen. It's racing.
Well, that's Australia done. I don't know what next week. I believe next week is Coda, but we'll get on to that later. That was one hectic race. So just before the end, I believe it was like 27-28. Yuki absolutely again pile driving Alpine after they made a mistake. We did see Yuki reset the track. Did that change any of how you felt at the moment? Because it looked like everyone got their life scared out of them.
Well, I saw that there was yellow flags. I didn't know what was happening, and then I noticed green bits on the ground, which I assume were pieces of the front wing of that Sauber, and all of a sudden there was a position given to me. I don't think I was ever going to run into the wreckage myself, or be unlucky with the reset. I didn't even notice the reset, to be honest.
Well, it was a P4 on track, but you did get a P3 because of Dark. Oh, I believe no, it wasn't Dark. It was Grantham Nick's 9-second penalty. Your teammate eBay Boy a bit unfortunate on the safety car pits because a lot of teams, including you two, got double stacked. So that dropped him down, and eventually he got out of DRS. What point did the medium tires feel like they just died off completely?
Like 25. I think when I dropped DRS, like a few laps before that, I really should have dropped DRS, but the racing balls weren't going that quick, so I was able to just blast the ERS to stay within. But otherwise, they were much quicker than I was at that stage. So 25, I'd say.
Well, congrats, Jack, on P3. Lovely to see you up there, especially as a Red Bull driver myself. We'll bring home more points in the future, hopefully. Are you looking forward to Coda next? Is it next week? I need to check. No, in 2 weeks' time.
Coda is a reasonable track.
I think it's 2 weeks.
Whenever it is, if Coda's the next track, I'm looking forward to it. Let's put it that way.
It is in 2 weeks. Okay, I'm not crazy.
And congratulations to Darkend and to Letter P for the win in the second place.
Congratulations on P3, mate. Enjoy your celebrations. Thank you for joining the Combox, and we'll see you in the next 2 weeks for Coda.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
We'll go on to P2, and that was Darkend Shadow. Darkend, congrats on the P2. Unfortunate, you're leading almost the whole race, and then you got screwed by the safety car at the end? Or
Oh well, stuff happens.
unfortunate for your teammate as well with that double stack. Looked like it was going well at the start, just DRS hopping between each other that whole time, and then that safety car kind of undid it all for you.
Yeah, it definitely did, but everyone was catching up to us anyway. Even when we were trying to pull each other along, everyone was catching up, so it wasn't working out as we had hoped.
Well, can't come in the race after Yuki's unfortunate crash. You did finish P2 and 3 on track, but Darken, or not yourself. Grandson Nix did get demoted to P4, so it was a great finish between you two. So it looked like you did have the pace for a 1-2 finish. You just weren't in the right spot at the right time. But how do you feel for Coda next 2 weeks from now?
I've never done a league race around Coda, and to be honest, I've probably spent a total of 10 minutes on that track, so I have absolutely no idea.
So what I'm hearing is I'm in for an exciting comms day. Then.
Uh, maybe. Maybe. It depends how much I practiced for it. I practiced a lot for today and still didn't win, so
Well,
oh well.
after that result, I just had to check the point system. So you finished P2. That's about 20 points to you. So you have closed your gap to Battlecat to about 57 points now. Do you think you're able to challenge Battlecat towards the end of the season for that championship?
Possibly. It hasn't been my focus at all. I've just been focusing on the overalls title. But it'll be very challenging because Battlecat finds a way to end up in like on the podium or fourth every race. So it's very consistent. He's been getting big points for his team. So it'll go down to the wire. That's for sure. If if I do have a chance at getting that.
Well, congratulations on P2. Very much deserved after the performance you put in after qualifying. Well done, and we'll see you in Kota in 2 weeks' time.
Alrighty, thank you, and well done, letter P.
As we all jump onto our race winner, letter P. How does it feel, mate? After seeing P2 all most of our last in, you get given a P1 because of a collision on lap 28.
It felt so good. I, I can't. It's incredible. I honestly don't know what to say.
Well, what I would say is after that result, that puts you in P3 on the driver's standings. Um, at the moment, ahead of ahead of Scotty actually, because Scotty's now overtaken Blurs. So you're only a few points off Dark End, I believe, for the championship. So it looks like the top three fight is going to come down to the last few races. Are you excited for what's coming towards end?
Yeah. I'm definitely excited. Excited to see the outcomes of all the races and if we can close Battlecat's 77-point lead. I think it is.
His lead into this race was 77. It's now down to 57 after Dark End scored P2.
Oh,
I believe you P1 gets 24, so you. I'll do the maths later. I'm not going to do it now. My head's
yeah.
hurting. Anyway, we'll go back to the race. How did you feel on your second stint after that safety car?
Yeah, I got held into pits a little bit, but just had to get my head down and overtake as many cars as possible. Jerrybot was telling me about all the people ahead, so that was very helpful. And obviously at the end, gotta give it out to Yuki Bear. That was just so unfortunate for him. He was keeping that gap above 3 seconds, and that just did not deserve that at all. But it is good for me though.
Well,
So
Coda in 2 weeks. How do you feel for Coda?
it's all right. The middle sector, I think it is, where twisty bits not so strong there, but first sector very fast and flowing. Really like fast and flowing, so you never
And
know. You never know what can happen.
Twisty Bits will be Sector 3, I believe, and the start of Sector 2.
But I have to say that this race was probably my best race of all time.
Well, congratulations on P1. Go and celebrate this well-deserved win.
Thank you.
Great pace during the race. I'm not sure where you qualified, but I believe it was pretty good.
16th.
Okay, so you went from 16th to P1. That's actually pretty good. Well done on that. We will see you in 2 weeks for Coda.
Yep.
So that's the end of inters. Round 12 for tier 2. Now, tier 1 is not racing tomorrow. We had a race last week for Australia, so well, I believe we're on the break week for next week as well. I just had to check the calendar. Yes, so we got no race for tier 1 tomorrow, so tier 1's on the break week because of AFL Grand Final, I believe is tomorrow, and then next week is OFI the OFI races on Tuesday and Thursday, so I believe we got some drivers in that as well. And then on the 18th of October, that is when Tier 3 will take the Circuit of Americas for the first time of the week. That'll be our first tier to start racing, and hopefully they give us a good show. Anyway, thank you all so much to the drivers and the admins of Inters for just setting up, or especially the admins for setting up this league, and the drivers for showing up every week to actually make the race possible. The community, thank you all so much for watching as well, and we will see. Well, I'll see you on the 19th of October as I'll be casting that, but Tier 3 will be racing on the 18th. We hope to see you all there, and we hope you have a good night. Goodbye.